I say yes, Justin. If you win a major, the 4 major champions of the year, they should be in the year-end finals. I want to see those people at the marquee event at the end of the year.
I like them having to work for it.
Well, I mean, they did a lot of work to win a Grand Slam, I would say, earlier in the year. Here's what's at stake in St. Petersburg and Metz this week, because as we have that race to London, you've got Pablo Carreño Busta in Metz right now at number 8 in that race to London. And he's had a solid year. Goffin, we said 13, but really 12 if Andy Murray doesn't play, and some other guys, including Pouille and Muller as well.
Well, Goffin's really 10 if Andy Murray doesn't play, and Wawrinka and Djokovic. So Goffin's right on the bubble there too, and he got off to such a great start. Carreño Busta is kind of the Rodney Dangerfield of this group. I mean, no one's really respecting what he's done this year. I got to the semis of the U.S. Open.
What's he 8? Well. I think he's 8 on the race?
Yeah, he's 8 in the race, and he played well at the French Open. He's had a very solid year, and Spain's a huge market. Everyone talks about Nadal, but they have a clear number 2 in Spain for so many years. David Ferrer's been at the year-end championship. So like you said, Tracy, they're going to be new names and faces, and that's good for the sport.
Now here's what's going on in St. Petersburg. Bautista Agut right now 15th in the race, so that's really 12-ish.
Right, so everyone's viable. Anyone, those mid-teens, everyone has a shot. You make a late run in the fall, things change quickly. Lots of points up for grabs. Players that are healthy and motivated in the fall. I mean, it's been a long year. So that's why someone like Sloane Stephens, someone like Madison Keys, someone who hasn't played as much, they don't have as many miles on the odometer, they're very viable in the fall because a lot of players are tapping out. They've played tons of tennis. Their nervous systems are absolutely fried. They're fatigued. They're injured. So there's so many points up for grabs, both in the men's and the women's. Even the women's is more condensed with less weeks. The men's is more stretched out. I mean, you see players moving up the rankings very quickly.
I think we have
Sloane
5
Stephens has done that.
Yeah.
I mean, you make semifinals, finals, and even in these tournaments in the fall, you can make leaps and bounds to get your ranking up. So let's see what's at stake on the ladies' side. Talking about Tokyo, they're playing there this week, and you've got top players playing in Tokyo, Tracy.
Yeah, Muguruza already in, Pliskova probably on the bubble. Wozniacki would love to get back to Singapore. Konta, I think she's around 7. Cibulkova, I don't think she's anywhere near it, or Radvanska. Angelique Kerber, she's about 18. She's really hit a slide, hit the skids. So it's really difficult. But this is, and then as I mentioned, Hasta Pink, she's the #1 seed in Seoul as well. So opportunity for her to gain some points.
What has happened to Mladenovic? I mean, she's fallen off a cliff.
I know. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know whether she had so much success, wasn't used to playing so many matches, and then just hit the wall physically, or it's been motivation. But you look at some of her matches, some of her losses.
She's getting drummed.
She's winning 3 games in some of these matches. And I actually covered her match in Toronto, and she just didn't even look like she was that interested. So very hard to see something like that, because she took out Muguruza at the French in that match that was so wild and crazy, and she was so excited to be there. Very different second half.
I think we have some questions that we need to send Tracy like undercover in the fall to answer some of these questions. Like Pliskova and the coach, Tracy's going to come back and report. Mladenovic, what's going on? Is it physical or is it mental? We're going to send you like undercover boss is going to be Tracy
undercover
Austin. Just scouring through the fall, getting doing those deep interviews.
Inconsistency, right? I mean,
inconsistency.
But I mean,
when
when it's that dramatic, something's awry. I mean, it's kind of like we applied with the Pliskova and the coach. When you're inches away from being #1 in the world, and then you break up with your coach, there's something just underneath the surface that there's a bigger story there, and we're going to send Tracy to find out what that story is.
All right. Well, when we come back, we find out all about Maria Sharapova. Justin and I had the opportunity.
We know that story because we spent a lot of time with her on Friday.
Yeah, she was right here in studio, and we are going to have parts of that interview with the 5-time Grand Slam champion when we come back on Tennis Channel Live.